Says spot the difference. What always said you're famous? When the twins were born, my first thought was, I can't believe Hope is completely white. But it got even more surprising when Leo got darker and darker.
The brothers hit the headlines after they were born 20 minutes apart, one white and the other black.
You're looking like a clown.
And it just went crazy.
We couldn't walk more than 2 minutes down the street without being stopped, people praying over them.
Around 12,000 twins are born each year in Britain, but only a few are born looking very different.
They're different colours. Lucia and huge, huge blue eyes. Are you sure?
Genetics is really a game of chance. These are non-identical twins, remember, so they're actually just the same as normal brothers and sisters. Imagine you're at the casino and you're being dealt a hand of cards. The black twin has inherited more African DNA and the white twin has inherited more European DNA.
The genetic reason for this difference may be simple to explain, but living with society's response can be a lot more complicated.
Someone had said that I should let Leighton be brought up properly by a white family.
We went to find some of these twins to discover whether this quirk of their birth has affected their lives.
I wish I was more like my mum. She's a nice colour.
I stand out a lot more around here, you know. But I live in a predominantly white area that I suppose people would look at you. I get referred to at times, you know, as Black Shirley rather than Shirley. It don't sort of bother me now, but when I was younger it were a big thing, so I wasn't only black people about. You just want to fit in. I know, darling, it's coming, babe. And your baby's dad's like not there. I think it's a very stereotypical view of black females that you're, you know, single black mum and you've got loads of kids and you're struggling. I love the fact that people have actually doubted me because I think, you know what, I've proved to you that I can do it.
Hello.
Oh, calm down, babe. I know, little. I know, darling. I know, it's all right. When I think of the reality, I'm like, that's my daughter there, and she's got a totally different skin tone, and it's just really bizarre that I created her. But Hope's very much a dad's double. Leo, hey, what's this out, mate? I've sort of been sort of ashamed when I was younger, really, that, you know, I've sort of been mixed race, really, around white people. It would always, if you refer to me, don't call me black, I'm brown, and it would always, I'd come home from school and it'd be, all right, darling. Mummy, Mummy, look, I'm brown, but my hands are white there. And I was fascinated by, look, I'm brown there, Mum, and I'm white, and I'm brown and white, and I always used to do that. I'm mixed race, Leo's mixed race, Hope, her skin tone's white, but she's mixed race, and if I were to ever fill out a form, as much as she's white, it's, no, my daughter's mixed race, I want her to be proud. Oh, okay. With Leo, I'd give him a lot more guidance. I don't want Leo to have this stupid bad boy image and say, you know, be like totally ghetto and stuff, thinking he's bad and into cars, drug dealing. It's just, well, no one wants that for the children.
Do you think people have a narrow definition of what black means?
I'd say so. Round Batley, yeah. I think I've just got that stereotypical thinking, you know, Leo's black. I've got to address how he would turn out. Probably not as much as what I would do her. She's going to have an easier ride, she's going to fit in more.
Being the lighter twin, it's not made it easier for me to get through life.
I don't think it's got anything to do with skin colour. I think it's to do with personality.
Compared to Daniel, I feel that I know myself a lot better.
James's personality
Because
was a bit more quiet, and that got him through. Him being the dark twin made no difference.
James! James! 7:30. Mission accomplished.
Did you go to the Scouts, love? Oh, you better get on then, it's Monday morning. Done well.
Good wife and mother.
Am I a good wife, love? Yeah. Errol and I have been married for 19 years this year. We've got 5 children. We've got James and Dan coming up for 18. We've got an older set of twins, Charlie and Jordan, who are 20. They're away at the minute, working. And then we've got Katie, who's 14.
She looks after the kids.
I go out at 3, 4 o'clock to pick them up from nightclub.
Yeah. Just phone her up and she's there.
You feel sick?
Yeah.
Will you not listen or learn? Why don't you just have a couple? You're not very helpful, are you? You're just as bad. What is wrong with 2? You've seen me. Being their mum, it's kind of cool. Because how many people get to be married to a black person, have a set of twins and get 1 colour each? So for me, it's like, yay, there's someone else in the house that matches me. But for Daniel, it's sort of not been the best attention.
He brought his friend and, oh, there's a white one and... It's like,
No.
what did they bring him for? He's not part of the
anyone
family.
said was, did you take that one on holiday?
How can you be so... stupid?
Dumb. The first time it ever came up was when you was in nursery. That picture there, now look at the colour of you there, old Mr. Blondie. And then they turned around and said if they paint a picture, then they would have to, like, paint themselves black. I said, Daniel's not black in colour. I said, so he couldn't possibly paint himself black. And they're like, yes. On paper, he has to write down that he is black and he has to colour himself black. You were 3 years old. You didn't even know what colour you were. They said you can put black mixed race. And I said, so why can't you put white mixed race? Because I'm white, Daddy's black, your skin colours come out light, so therefore you should be... No. And that's when I kicked up a stink.
I'm his mother. I'm white. Doesn't he have equal rights to be called white?
In the end, Errol and Alison took Daniel away from the nursery, and the story made the national papers.
They wanted to just sort of mix Daniel up a bit, and we weren't having none of it, you know.
Ever since then, whenever you go for appointments, you've started to do what I do. You don't tick the box.
Yeah, I just don't fill them out.
No, I don't like it.
No, I always leave that part blank.
Do you? Yeah. Have you ever ticked yourself in a box?
Nope.
What colour would you put?
I don't.
Why? What colour are you?
I just write green at the bottom.
No, that's not funny.
That's what I do. That's what I...
But what colour would you say you are?
I'm golden brown.
You're golden brown?
That's my colour.
On your best day. And by the way, I've got this twin that's a bit black. Look at the colour of you there. Oh, my God.
Shut up.
Daniel.
Oh, for God's
sake. Hang on. Giving James a little wash. You did used to love each other.
Yeah, at one point. He is less nice to me. I put in effort, and then he swears at me, so...
But you do swear back. And
no,
I'm sorry.
I swear afterwards.
He's holding your hand.
See, he clearly made me do it.
Hey!
I'm gonna... It's James! All right, chill, bro.
What's at the post? How was your exam? Oh, it's Chris' birthday. I was going to say Christmas card.
Me and James are... We're like opposites. Yeah, I would say we're opposites. We do like completely different things. We like completely different people. He's just not the same as me in any way.
I just like to keep myself to myself. I think I've always wanted to be just me and not, when they think of James, think of Daniel in the same sentence, because I am my own person. Daniel and I used to do cheerleading together, but now he's gone off to do tumbling.
I decided to leave cheerleading just so that I could move on to go and do tumbling by myself. We've just really gone our separate ways.
Dan, you coming in? Come take it. Don't.
Give it to me, you prick.
No, don't mind this, please.
Idiot. When we was younger, it was a lot more close. I think that's because our parents, like, put us together all the time. We was always next to each other, always in the pram together, always sitting next to each other, wearing the same stuff, matching clothes, or even staying in the same room. But then as we got older, we wanted to just find ourselves and move apart from each other, try and be our own persons, really.
If you want to pass comment, Dan, you need to come in here, love.
I wouldn't say it was closer back then, but we probably got on a little bit more.
You guys suck, man.
And you're just ugly, so...
Yeah, but I'm beautiful, so don't go there.
He thinks he's better looking.
You've got an orange head, dude.
James, whatever possessed you, man? What's wrong with you?
Just wanted to have some fun.
Look at that.
You know what he's like.
It'll be a different colour next week. It will be a different colour.
Yeah, I came out about a year and a half ago.
He wants something completely different next week.
Dad was the most important person in all of this, really, when coming out, because I didn't want him to be like ashamed or anything or disappointed. Telling them was the frighteniest thing that's ever happened. It's the monster coming out of the closet. If you tell them, he's going to kill you.
He was distraught with himself telling us.
Just laughed at me. I was like, so what? We knew that deep inside. We knew you like dudes. It's cool, just don't tell us about it.
He's still my boy, so that's it, really. I won't have any kissing and cuddling around me. That's about all, basically. I feel fine with it, yeah.
I think I'm more confident because I have come out. I don't go along with the crowd. I know what I want to do, and that sort of helped me like grow up a lot more. Whereas Daniel doesn't socialise as much.
He never, ever got bullied. He was just that quiet boy that everyone could get on with because of that cheeky smile and all that stuff, so it was easier for him, in a way, I guess. Straightforward mixed race, I guess. People accept it, people know it. I don't think it will ever affect him, or it has affected him. It's only probably ever affected him when it's affected me first.
I know, darling, I'm sorry. Leo's skin tone and mine, I'd say like Hope's sort of the odd one out in the household, whereas me growing up, I was the odd one out in my family. Hey, calm down. Don't stress out, yeah? I actually got adopted when I was 4 into a white family. My adopted family, loving family, supportive, but you know, Shirley, you're special because you've got 2 mummies and you've got 2 daddies, and you're extra special because you're extra loved. But you know, against at school, I used to think, well, I suppose, you know, I've got 2 mummies and 2 daddies. That does make me extra special. Not obviously realising in reality that, you know, my dad didn't particularly want what to do with me, and obviously my mum wasn't really in a position where she could, you know, being a good mum. That's my birth mum there. That's my birth dad. That were given to me actually after my dad died, because obviously myself I would have had no recollection of them ever being together. There's another one there, like that's my birth mum there.
I remember going to see my birth mum. I was thinking about 2 or 3, like toddler sort of age. And obviously because I was around white people, when she held me, I screamed. I think because of how dark her skin was. As if she sort of were a monster or something. And that was actually my birth mum. To Shirley. And it says, from mum. Yeah, hello Shirley, it's your mummy Julie here. Why I'm writing to you is because I miss you with all my heart. Because I do think about you every day and night, Shirley. My heart is yours forever, because you are the only one in my life, so we must always love each other with our hearts. Happy birthday. And I remember reading that card when I was younger. This is my adoption file here. It's just part of what's happened in my life, but now, especially with having the babies, and obviously with, like, from a cultural perspective, thinking, right, I want to dig into what my past is and my roots and stuff, yeah. Yeah, I suppose how it's going to affect, like, the babies, like, growing up. My birth mum, she's actually, like, got schizophrenia, so because of the Rachel thing and there's mental health in my background, this has been linked to the question of the mental health risk in Shirley's case, the argument being that unless she is able to develop a positive self-image and awareness of herself as black, she could be at greater risk of mental health problems in adolescence, as she may encounter racial discrimination. So services didn't particularly want me to go to my adoptive family with them being white. And it's talk about here in nursery, and I remember Luke Kennedy actually, out of all the children, he was the one that stood out to me. Most children would go, oh, look, that's my friend there who I go to school with, was, look, there's a brown one like me that I used to, like, point out.
You're funny like a clown. No, you're funny like a clown. I'm not your best friend. Now there's no one to play with.
But I remember when they were, like, young babies and they shared a cot in the hospital, and the minute they took Leighton out of that, like, cot away from Caden just didn't settle whatsoever. He wasn't sleeping, he was just whingy. And I think it's, like, continued now. As much as they have the rivalry and they'll fight, the minute you part them, they're constantly asking for each other.
Cheese!
Yeah. In September they went into reception class. They did have difficulty settling in at first.
Can you help me put my socks on? I will do one.
But Leighton seems to have settled a lot more. But he seems to make a lot more friends than Caden. You were one and let Caden help you with the other. I'll help you with this one. Now then. Right up.
Right up like that. This one. I'll show them this one. And somebody has a black face like me.
Who has a black face like you?
You, Mummy. You, Mummy. Yeah, I'm yellow. You yellow and you black.
Yellow and I'm black.
They're brown colours like the yellow is there.
Caden always constantly brings it up that he's, like, black like me. He likes to know that he's like me. He likes, like, the reassurance. And so we're like, yeah, and Leighton's, like, white like his daddy, and Leighton's like, no, I'm yellow. Like, no. I don't know where he's got that he's yellow from, but probably over the last 2 weeks or so, they mention it quite regularly about the colour. Do you know when you're in school?
Yeah.
Do you look after each other?
Yeah.
Do you? Do you give each other cuddles?
Yeah. We're going in the park and play.
Although they're clicky, they fight a lot. There is a rivalry.
Who's getting dressed first, who can get down the stairs quickest. I'm first, I win. I've seen Caden falling down the stairs because he's run down the stairs that fast, he slipped and ended up on his back at the bottom.
Like Leighton normally constantly has scratches on his face from Caden.
Caden hits out a lot at Leighton.
I don't worry because the difference in colours. I just worry by how, like, much they fight.
I'm not the same as you.
Why aren't you the same as Caden?
It doesn't got down hair.
What do we do to your hair? What do we make it?
Curly whirly.
Curly whirlies.
You look at Leighton, you just think he's a little white lad, but then you see Caden, his twin brother, and he's mixed race. And I think it's important for him to, like, understand that, yeah, there's a difference in skin colour, but on the inside, they're both from the same mammy and daddy, so therefore, you know, they're mixed race, and they are the same. And I think that's more important for Leighton than anybody, because, like, of him being white.
People have got different skin colours all over the world, and it's not a big issue. It's only a big issue if it's allowed to be made a big issue. When I was growing up in Middlesbrough, you were talking about maybe 4 or 5 black people, and like all my friends and that were white. So if I was ever out and I'd get called nigger and what have you, I used to cry and I used to say to my mum, I hate you because I'm black, I don't want to be black and what have you. She would say, go and tell them that you don't have to spend grands on holiday getting a suntan.
She's can't have down hair.
Well, she's got whirly curlies, so would you like your hair like that?
No.
Why?
Everyone will laugh at me.
Who will laugh at you?
Fidel will laugh at me. Fidel's our brother.
Is that your brother? He's your cousin? Who's this?
Fidel and Paul.
Yay!
If another kid's around, like, mainly Fidel, because he's the closest to them, then, like, Leighton tends to go for that kid and he'll push Caden out.
I'm in your team.
Just generally pick on him, they won't let him join in games. They just won't play with him, they run away from him, they call him names. The first time we realised it was Fidel and Leighton were calling Caden black. They were calling him a blackie and just wouldn't play with him.
We are on teams, but you're not on our team. We're the white team. We're the white team, man. I can fight better than you because mine's got nails. We're the white team because we're white. Please go to we're white. He makes me very sad and don't play me. That makes me sad. I'm sad because you won't play me. Because he hurts me. He hurts me every time I come to school. He hurts me. And every time I come home, he hurts me. That every time he hurts me.
Is that true, Caden?
No.
Are you nice to him?
Yeah.
Because they've got that rivalry now, and I'm thinking if that doesn't get better, then will it turn into a race issue? All it takes is Leighton maybe to get in with a bunch of white kids who, you know, racist, and if he's like led by them. I can't see it, but it's always a little worry, niggle in the back of your mind.
Mum wants to talk to you. Do you remember when Mummy always talks and we say that we don't care what colour we are, do we?
Yeah.
As long as we're all nice. Oh, yeah. Well,
We're all precious like a flower.
And you're precious like a flower too. And is Lele precious like a flower?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, shall Mummy?
I just want them to realise that everybody is different, and as long as they're nice to people and treat people with respect, then they'll be fine.
The skin we live in.
The skin you have fun in, the skin that you run in.
That's just have a brown face like me.
Who can we see on
that
there?
That skin's my skin, and that skin's his.
They're all nice, doesn't matter what colour skin they have.
You have to read the words.
Do you want to read the words? You're a gifted creation with imagination. You're a new day desire to reach even higher. We all make a beauty so wonderfully true. We are special and different and just the same too. And it's the end.
Aww. sight biggest. I'm an inch littler than him.
Are you?
Because he was born first. He's a bully boy. I'm not.
General healthy sibling rivalry growing up. I think we've both got in roughly the same number of fights and invariably with each other. So why do brothers fight? Because we enjoy it? I don't know. I won't fight with him now though, he's far too big now. We'll be more equal then.
I'm a lot bigger than him. A lot taller, he's a shorter ass, but...
He's like Blue Tony off Popeye, you know, he's like with a big beard and everything.
So, we turned out as both boys.
Well, you did do, but you didn't have to. Your egg, right, what you were born from, what you grew from, got more of your mummy's colour, just from skin colour, eyes, right? And Wesley, the egg he grew from, got mostly mine. She's white and blonde and blue-eyed.
Thomas is a lot cleverer than me academically. He'd always end up with like A-star grades, like, you know what I mean? And there's me, I'm trying my best, like, you know, sparks coming off my head, and then I'm there with D.
Individuals. We did make a point when you were born, we decided right at the beginning that you weren't going to be dressed the same. You know, so it weren't like you couldn't tell you apart.
What do they call you?
Blackie. And chocolate blob. When we were dog poo. When you grow up, they won't call you names, will they?
If anyone picked on either one of us, we would gang up on that person rather than be divided.
A few times when I was growing up, I was stuck up a bit more for him, you know, if he was in a fight or something. Me and Thomas grew up in Leigh. It's changed a bit now, compared to it was then. Then it was just right behind the times. Like, they still call people coloured. They say horrible names, you know, like coon. But the people who lived there, they weren't, you know, going out to be racist, it's how they grew up. There'd be a lot of bitterness, I reckon, if we stayed in Leigh. It's all white here, and we'll teach our kids this, you know, this is how it is, and we don't like blacks in this country, or Asians, or Chinese, but we'll eat their food, you know what I mean?
No, when we were outside three shops years ago, and that lad, that drunk fool came over and said something. And he said that nigger over there, and pointed at you, and we gripped him outside Brash Woman's shop. You don't remember that? He was being racist, so yeah, I remember it clearly.
Obviously had an impact on you, Thomas.
There's little incidences like kids calling you stupid racist names like Blackie and stuff like that, but I didn't really get bothered by it, you know.
I hate it. I can't find any time for it. I have no time for it, and a lot of people know that.
It's like a hidden thing for him. If someone was to look at him walking down the street, they wouldn't realise that his mum is black and he has this African heritage. That's, in my opinion, why he gets more het up about it.
I think I was about 6 or 7, around that age. That's when we moved to Manchester. It was definitely one of the best decisions Mum's made to move us to Manchester. We didn't know it was a rough place, we just knew that we were just moving to a place called Moss Side, and it was completely different.
For once it was like I could breathe, you know, you understand? Do you get what I mean? It was like I could walk down the road and I could walk and know that no one was looking at me because, oh, you know, that kind of, she shouldn't be here kind of thing. I just felt comfortable.
I liked it more, to be honest, because the food was better. We used to get invited around to people's houses, you know, like Caribbean food, and it's like, wow, what's this? You know, and then my mum started cooking it, and I was like, this is awesome.
I was just seeing people like me, really, en masse. You know what I mean?
If I'd stayed in Leigh, I don't think I'd be the person I am now. I wouldn't have as much knowledge of my own heritage. I probably wouldn't be in the Navy now. I think going out of that environment enabled me, and Wesley, you know, to just broaden our horizons a bit.
We're coming to Moss Side, and it opened our eyes a bit more to who we were. You know, my mum's black, and I actually noticed that my mum's black.
I grew up in Southend in Essex as a British child with British culture. So, yeah, I've got dark skin, but I'm British, I'm English. Sometimes, you know, it's weird. I sort of think to myself, I wonder what it would be like if I had been white, and what different paths my life would have taken. Obviously, you totally belong. Essentially, you've not got the disadvantage of being slightly different. One time, Wesley, when he was going for jobs, he would say, will you take me, Mum? Yeah, sure, I'll take you. And I'd think, well, I'll just drop him off. But no, he wanted me to go with him. And I said to him, after a couple of goes, I said, do you know what, Wes? I don't think it's a good idea, A, you know, taking your mum with you, and B, they're going to look at me and look at you, and then that's it, it's blown. You know what I mean? Because it was a fact of life. It really was a fact of life.
Ever since I left school, in places I've worked, just throwing racist names and stuff, selling racist jokes, this, that and the other. And, you know, I just ignored it more than anything. There's nothing to do with it until one of my mates who I worked with, he actually said, you know, Wesley's brother is black. And I was like, what? And then they was like, shit, you know what I mean? They felt a bit, sorry, you know what I mean? It's like, right, well, and then they just make a joke of it then in a polite way, you know what I mean? They'll say something, oh, sorry, you know, they'll say, oh, sorry, Wesley's here, like, and it's like, yeah, all right then. But, you know, there's still, it wouldn't stop. It's just small-mindedness. It's, now I just brush it off. It's like, you know, you crack on.
It's here. Right, we're going to go to the library. I've met a guy and he's actually mixed race. I've never met anyone really, obviously living round Batley, that's sort of been mixed race.
He's been sick, babe.
Pushed in, has he? Oh.
Yeah.
But to get him a white thing. He might have been brought up differently to, say, the guys that I haven't met before, but he just can't do enough for me that with, the babies and stuff, you know, going out and getting me milk, or he'll bring me bread. It's amazing. Him just going to the shop and getting me milk.
It's from the seat.
It's better for my babies being a mixed race person. I think that's important that the culture was actually introduced to them. She's so shut up, aren't she?
Yeah.
So I've just found it really nice, that he's introduced some culture towards me. First time I went out for something to eat, and actually went for curried goat. He's obviously got more understanding of my life and my experiences, and just understands how I felt, really, and it's just wow. I feel that I'm in a new chapter of my life now. It's made me want to dig really deeper into my history, what makes me who I am, and find out more about my racial identity, because I don't know enough really for me to be satisfied with it. Ethno-ancestry and
unlocking your DNA archive. The interest in searching for ancestors and a connection to the past by climbing the family tree has never been stronger.
And I think it's good to have knowledge of your genes and your background, rather than just say, what's in my file. I'd rather do something myself and think, right, I've done it because I want to do it. I'm interested in going for some DNA testing. But openly, I think because I've sort of missed out on my culture, I think it's important that it's introduced to them and that they are brought up with it in a strong way. Feels a bit like healing, I think, suppose, from the adoption and, say, being a teenager and feeling a bit mixed up living in a white area. I want to know, say, about culture that I feel is important that my babies need, so that they've got a positive image of themselves growing up.
I see myself as black, but other people see me as white. But for mixed race, most of that looking different. I think it's cool because we're the only twins that are black and white that I know. We live here with my mum, my twin sister, and my brother. Dad doesn't live here anymore. Can't see him.
No more carry on in school.
Right.
Attitude, Nisha, that's how you're going to get trouble in school. Or else you're going to get thrown out of school. Aren't you? Have you apologised to your science teacher yet?
Who?
Your science teacher?
For what?
Say whatever.
He's not my science teacher.
No, you should apologise.
Misha's so easily led.
I've got a mouth and I'm not afraid to say what I think.
I panic that she could be persuaded to do just about anything. Just takes her getting in with the wrong crowd and that's it. Whereas Evan would be like, no, thank you. They've always been really, really different. From the moment they were born.
She likes football, I like dancing. She's tomboy, I'm a girl. She's going to be a pole dancer. That's all I know.
I'm going to have a wee house in, well, not a wee house, a mansion. I'm going to have about 5 cars, all pink. Married to a football player.
I'm going to be married to an average working guy. What I like being either a police officer, a lawyer, or a pathologist. Childhood's boring. You get told what to do. And I just like feel like saying shut up.
I never knew they were twins.
I thought Misha looked like a brat still when I first met her. Because she had the pure blue eyes and pure skinny figure. The boys call her Chihuahua, but I don't think she looks like a Chihuahua.
Ebony's had one boyfriend and Misha's had 2. I'm a heartbreaker, but then so can Ebony. Hi, Liam! That's Ebony's boyfriend. It's Ebony's boyfriend. Come on. You can get caught.
You like boys? Tell me about which boys you but like.
You. He says, if I break up with Ebony, I will go out with you.
No, you never. I read all your texts, you just been.
Maybe they've got it easier in school. I mean, I went through whole school being the only black person in the school as well.
Oh.
There's quite a lot in your school.
There was a black boy, and I don't know his name, but he is hot as a sizzling sausage. Hot as a sizzling sausage.
And do you like black boys or do you like white boys better?
I like black boys better because they've got a nice shade. I think when you're black you look nicer. No, in a cheeky way. Isn't she really pretty?
If we have a magnifying glass, we might.
Right. See all my pals, they call her Beyonce. I get told I've been adopted.
Because she doesn't fit in with us. Like, because she's like, she is black, but she doesn't show it. You get me? Get me? Get me?
They being really light, they get what is just like, oh, you're packies. I'm like that's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. That's what they get constantly. But it's because they are lighter. I think she made it worse for herself because she does answer back.
It annoys me, but I get used to it after swimming. Because it happens all the time.
You're amazing, dog.
Shut up. 1, 2, 3,
I got more interested in football than I did dancing. Oh, for God's sake.
Moisha's got no confidence whatsoever, none. It's definitely all front.
Oh.
Ebony's very, very self-assured. What you see is what you get. Moisha's very much, she puts on this act for everybody. Moisha's just that wee bit more vulnerable. She tries to fit in, but I don't think she knows where she fits in.
That is my school. My primary school that I used to go to. I just get bullied. Some people say I was adopted because I'm not the same colour as my mum.
Why does that make you feel if they say that, or when they say that?
Sad. Sometimes cry.
Why do you think they said that?
Because I'm not the same as them.
Do you like the way you are?
Kinda. I wish I was more like my mum, because she's a nice colour and I want to be the same colour as her.
Yeah. As soon as you start going to school and secondary school, spending more time out of the home or away from the family, you do get more influences from what people say.
You shut up.
That does impact you a lot more.
Is that little ginger kid?
Yeah.
I hate this school. Just a bit.
Majority of the school is white, English. Like, I don't know, 80%. You can see there's a divide.
Yeah.
It's not like obvious, but you can tell like mixed race people hang out with mixed race people, some other people hang out with other people. But I don't know, I guess it's always going to be like that. I don't know why. I guess it's like a comfort zone for people.
Come on, other way. Go away.
I left my secondary school 2 years ago. I need to get away from the bullying and racism.
Everyday life.
I wasn't the most sociable child, but I don't think that gave the people the right to single me out and just bully me.
He did get a lot of hassle. Our group especially.
Why, mainly?
Why? Go on, James, why?
Because of the ethnic group.
One boy, he walked into me and decides to look back and just want to start an argument. And then I think he realises that I'm like half black or black, because obviously he knows mixed race people, because his brother is mixed race.
But he was white?
Yeah. And he called me a nigger. I know who you are, you're a nigger. When I found out that his stepbrother's black, I was like, dude, you're an idiot. Your brother must feel so ashamed to be your brother. All the way through secondary school, that kid bullied me.
No way.
All the way through. Him and his friends and his older friends, they were the main bullies. They were the kids that bullied me.
Well, they found out that he was vulnerable to name-calling and he was an easy target. So they just kept going back and back, and Daniel just kept throwing his temper around, and they could see that he was easy, really. He didn't actually look what they were saying. He is a part black, but to them, he's white, so they can say it, and he's getting more offended.
Daniel being white, but because he has a black brother, means that he's associated, affiliated with being black himself. And I think if you're black, but if you're white with blackness around him, like, I think they saw that more to pick on. So even though he was white, to them, you're white with a black brother, like, so that makes you dirty white, if that makes sense.
But James was always there for me when I needed him. He was always there for, always.
Everyone said they saw a different side of me, like trying to protect Daniel all the time and always being there when there was a fight.
But if anybody was going to hit you, he would help you.
He'd hit them first. I didn't want him to get hit. I didn't want him to get in the fights. I was always happy to do it myself. Me against 10, you know, it's fun.
Misha, come on, hurry up. Oh, for goodness sake. And what she just said, I've got a beer belly. And foot.
Hey, that looks like Jobbies.
Should be alright, just the one. She said it before, she says, I'm not part of this family, I'm not the same colour. And I just tell her, so you take your colouring from your dad. Right, over you come. She'll say things like, people say, you're not my mum. I says, I'm your mum. I says, I'm your mother, you came out of my stomach. I says, just the same as your sister. I says, so I'm your mum.
She could get a tan, but it's never going to last as long as mine. Just like it, the way I look. It's awesome. I don't feel sorry for her or nothing, because she should be happy the way she is. Like, that's the way she was born.
Mum, I want 2 coats because it's already dry already. Stop! Stop!
Why are you wanting 2 coats?
Because I want to look darker.
Right, head.
Stop!
Are you dark enough? That'll come out tomorrow morning. She'll be much darker tomorrow morning.
Mum, I've got bingo wings.
I think unless she gets a bit more confident, she'll have a hard time as she gets older. She's getting better. She is definitely getting better. I mean, I keep telling her, look at you, look at the figure you've got, all the rest of it. She says, you're going to grow up big leggy model, and she's like, no, I'm not, but just have to keep telling her every day, until it finally, she accepts it. Hopefully, the more she goes on in the dancing, the more confidence she'll get. For Moesha, that's her world, dancing.
I think I'm more confident than Moesha because he doesn't know where she's going, whereas I've got all my future set out, if you get me.
Better. A little bit better. But again, as you take off, you're pushing your head really wide.
For me, moving away from everything old is definitely better for me.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
I guess acrobatics is my only real passion at the moment.
Charlie and Jordan, James and Daniel's older brothers, they're both acrobats. They work out on ships in the Caribbean, doing the shows. They do the water shows and the indoor theatre shows. The contracts are for sort of 9 months to a year, and Daniel wants to do this as well. I keep nagging him to phone up and let them know you're still really keen and eager. It's not going to just come to him. He needs to go there and get it. But he doesn't know what to say, so I'm going to help him. He's still young, so to phone up and say, you know, do you want me, is quite a big thing.
Oh, I'd really love to go on a boat on a ship. It's just a dream life for me to be an acrobat, living on a cruise ship, going from island to island, not having to worry about the weather, not having to worry about going to school, just the worries that England carries, I guess. A dream life.
So, what we want to say, hi, Patrick. I was wondering if there is anything I can do for the next cast of the Allure. And you want to speak to Patrick Mullaney, because you'll get a...
Hi, can I speak to Patrick Mullaney, please? Thank you. Hi, Patrick. This is Daniel Kelly. Just calling you to let you know. No, actually, this is Daniel Kelly. Do you know who I am or not? Yeah, okay, I'm just gonna carry on. Yeah. I'm just calling to let you know that I turned 18 on March the 27th, so I understand this is a bit of an inconvenience for the cast of The Oasis. So I was just wondering if there's anything I could do or send you to maybe increase my chance for the next cast of The Other.
Sure. You turn 18 in March?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. But the rehearsals don't even start till after that, so you would be fine. We need you to be really proficient and confident on trampoline first.
Yeah, okay, I've seen a couple of videos and...
All the tumbling elements that we need, so we need that, and and then just keep your fitness up, keep that body, really, really fit, big chest.
Okay, that's awesome. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
You was rubbish.
Shut up.
That was hard for you, but wow!
Wasn't bad. And 2 hours the youngest. So I shouldn't get treated this much of a baby, but I don't mind, it's alright. I'm not a massive mummy's boy, just I like having her there.
Yeah.
She's awesome all the time, so it's fun.
I'm determined to be a good mum and be the best I can be. You're a parent and parent for life.
Hello, babies. Hiya. They're so cute. Oh, are you excited? Are you nervous about your results?
Yeah, quite nervous, but also quite looking forward to it as well, I think, to see.
Well, I'm going to take you through a number of different things that we've tested.
I really don't know what I'm to expect.
And what we've done is to colour in all your DNA according to whether it's African, here in green, or European, here in blue. But you can see along all of your DNA, all of your genes, you are exactly half African and half European. Exactly.
Right.
Which is actually a little bit unusual. We know that your father came from this part of the world and was white,
Yeah.
but this shows that in all probability your mother was pure African. Now this is quite unusual. Most Afro-Caribbeans are around about 20% European by blood. It looks like perhaps her ancestors moved from Africa to the Caribbean really quite recently, and therefore you are 50-50.
I'm quite surprised at that. Yeah, because I always get asked when I'm out about with Hope and Leo, are they twins? Are they related? And it's like, how did that happen?
I think of it actually as a deck of cards. Imagine, you're at the casino and you're being dealt a hand of cards, and you happen by chance to have passed more of the European skin colour variants, I would say almost all of them, onto Hope, whereas more of the African ones, just by chance, onto Leo. That's really the bottom line.
Right. Do you know if I was to have any more children, what would the likely event of, like, colouring-wise then, for the skin tone?
If you had more children with a white father, it's likely they would look more like Leo. Yeah. What's rare is that Hope is so light-skinned.
But black and white twins is going to become quite a bit more common, simply because mixed-race people are becoming more common. About 1 in every 10 children in Britain is mixed race, and this number is increasing all the time.
I feel now, from today, that it's made me want to get more information. I think it's sort of quite intriguing. I think once I've started it now, it's that I feel that I've got to carry on and get more information, I think, for their background as well. Having the babies, like becoming a mum myself, has pushed me towards seeing my birth mum. Later on down the line, she might be able to tell me some more things, I don't know. I feel, rather than just diving into a straight contact, I think it'd be nice just to ease her in a little bit, just to give her a little bit of a card and prepare her so she knows what she's going to be seeing. Not one little footprint, but 2 to say twice over, we love you. The limited edition. Like Hope and Leo, you can't get them anywhere else.
What are you going to say?
Just looking for that ragamuffin boy.
Don't call him that. I'll have to do. Last night, Daniel received an email from Royal Caribbean and they've offered him the job. So old. Hang on. Ooh. Really pleased. And then I sort of went, no, you can't go.
Are you ready then?
Yeah, I think so. I feel like I'm forgotten something.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to James and Daniel. Happy birthday to you.
I've blown your candles out. What you still got? Right, toast, cheers, speak. Not like thanks, Mum and Dad, for the last 18 years.
James and Daniel, happy birthday.
Right, and can we have another drink for everybody to say farewell for Daniel?
Congratulations, big boy.
Yeah.
I'm going off like completely on my own. I'll have some contact with my parents and stuff, but it's just going to be me out there. It's going to be my life now. Whatever I do is down to me. If I make a mistake, it's my mistake. There's no one there to fix it for me. Everyone belongs somewhere, so just finding that place was quite hard, but I got there in the end. Yes, we do.
Get the odd comments, obviously, is that one yours as well, sort of thing, but because he's always been my boy, my child.
2 straws for that, please.
Just take it as a pinch of salt and you just carry on. And they've all been like as a unit.
Blue?
Yeah, please.
I do like being mixed raced.
Thanks. Cheers, Baz. Cheers.
You're part of a black family, but you're part of a white family, so you're sort of what's brought things together.
It's important to fit in, so I feel a part of something and I don't feel different to people. Just want to be happy.
We're all just brothers at the end of the day, and we don't think of ourselves any different to anyone else.
Maybe if we'd been brought up in like the 50s or something, maybe this would be a totally different story, you know.
Much people said to me, God, Shirley, only you could have black and white twins, but to me, I think it's really special. Yeah, I'm black, but I suppose inside I'm sort of quite white, the way I've been brought up, and I suppose I've got a black twin and a white twin, I think, to help me deal with, you know, like being both, really.
And our mixed race season continues with Mixed Britannia on Thursday at 9. Next, we've got a surprise for you in the form of tonight's host on Buzzcocks. Could be anybody. And on BBC4, visiting the set for Harper Lee's famous novel To Celebrate To Kill a Mockingbird at 50.